So last class we ended up learning about how to save a high-res image to our student folder, opening Photoshop and renaming it so that the file is correctly named. Today what we're going to do is we're going to upload it to Google Classroom to get a grade. So I already signed into Google Classroom and I already launched Photoshop. Again, these are things that you should have done prior to entering the room. To get the project open in Photoshop, there's two ways that I can do this. I can simply go to my folder, which is located on my desktop, double click to open it, and then double click on the image or project that I want to work on in Photoshop. So I can find Farrell PS, which is what it should be named. It's a JPEG file, and I double click on it and it automatically opens in Photoshop. Another way that I can get this project to open up in Photoshop is I simply open Photoshop. Once it loads, I do File, Open, and I need to make sure that I navigate to my folder. So I click Desktop, My Folder, and again, this is the image from the internet. It's not named correctly. This is the image from the internet, and it is named correctly. This is the one that I want. Okay, so here is my image. The second thing that I want to do is I want to go into Google Classroom. And remember, Stream as of right now is just too confusing. It just has a lot of posts, and classwork is a little bit better because these blue areas, which are topics, I can kind of tell you guys where to go. So we're going to scroll down to the project, which is correctly saving images off the internet, and I can click on it to open it. And again, here's some information for the assignment. Here's a video that I hope you watched to help you complete the assignment. And I can click View Assignment. And then I go to Add File. It's a file that has been saved onto my computer, so I need to select it from the computer. So I click this. Again, I need to make sure that I'm navigating to my desktop and scrolling down to my folder to open it. Some of you, desktop might not show up over here on the left. By clicking on this little triangle, it shows you desktop, and then from there you could navigate to your folder. So that's another way you can do it. Again, I need to make sure that I'm making sure that I'm highlighting the correct file, which is Farrell PS. Again, it's a JPEG file, so I press Open. Again, it says my last name, the project is PS, and for this I only want a JPEG, and now I'm uploading. And again, I'm checking that is the image that I want to turn in, that is the correct file name, and then this anything after the dot, so .jpeg, Photoshop GIF is the extension, and that is the correct extension. Because all three of these things are correct, I can now turn it in. It says my assignment's been turned in, so now I am ready to get a grade. Let me unsubmit. If this was a late project, I could write a message down here that says, turning in late project. Thank you. Okay, and then I can post this and turn this in, and automatically it'll generate an email to Mrs. Farrell, and now Mrs. Farrell knows, uh-oh, that project was turned in late, and I can go and grade it. Again, this is the only way that I will grade late projects. Once you finish that, then I would like you to go back into classwork, and right below here it says Photoshop World. This is a project we're going to work on or start talking about today. We are not going to create most likely in Photoshop today, but it would be nice for you to just start thinking about what you would like to do. So while you're waiting for the rest of the class to turn in their logo project, you can click on Student Examples. And down here you can see the different examples that students created for this project. So I'm clicking on one, and then I can press this arrow and look. Okay, and this is what we're working towards next class. Today we're going to do a Photoshop tour. And that is it.